I am almost a 40-year-old woman. I am not settled in any way my younger self thought 40 had for me. I felt like 40 was a lifetime away. I felt like 40 was a faraway land where all the pieces of the puzzles would just click into place. And that is the goal I didn't quite hit before 40. Yeah. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my 40 before 40 journey. In case you're new here, you are most welcome. My name is Chichi and this is Chi's Resolve. So on this channel for the past 7-8 days to the next 40 days, I began this journey called 40 before 40 challenge, and that's because in 40 days, which began 7 days ago, I'll be turning 40, and I made up my mind that for every single day leading up to my 40th birthday, I was going to be dropping a challenge talking about different topics, especially as it concerns my experiences up to this point in my life. And I believe that many of us can relate to everything I've been talking about on this particular journey. And to get started, I would like to begin with the promise my younger self thought 40 had for me, and that is the goal I didn't quite hit before 40. Yeah, so as a young woman, I had this dream in my head. I had this vision of what my life would look like by the time I turned 40. In my mind, I thought I would be settled in every aspect, be it financial, be it career-wise, be it family and all that. I thought that at 40, all of this would be taken care of. So this is not to say that some people are not fortunate to have all these things sorted out even before 30, not talk of 40, okay? But this is just my own experience that I'm here to share with us. And I'm sharing this because, yes, I might not have attained all of those, I might not have achieved all of those things before 40. But I'm here to share with us what not having achieved all of those things has taught me in person, which for me, I feel they are still as valuable as achieving all of those things, even if not more valuable than them. I also thought that by 40, I would have all the answers, I would have all the knowledge I have now, because in my 20s, I felt like 40 was a lifetime away. I felt like 40 was a faraway land where all the pieces of the puzzles would just click, into place. It felt so far away for me as a then. And here am I right on the cusp of this milestone, and my life is not what I imagined it to be. I think I am grateful for all that prevented me from achieving all those, because it had helped build me into something and someone that I admire, or my younger self wished to look like or to be. All of those achievements that I wished for, if I had had them, I would still come here to say I'm grateful and I'm happy I am living in my dreams. The point I'm trying to drive home is to make us understand that yes, I do not have all of those, but the experiences that has led me up to this point, I think I would also say that I am very grateful for them, because they have really done a lot for me positively in my life, that looking back, I do not know if I would become who I am today without going through those experiences. Okay, so I'm not trying to justify or try to claim that yes, I do not have what I wished for, but I am not unhappy. That's not the point. The point is the lessons that I have learned along the way, and that's why I'm here to talk about why that's not a failure. I do not see it as a failure. I do not see myself as a failure. Rather, I see it as, one of the most important lessons I've learned so far. And the reality here for me is this myth called settled. Yeah. The younger version of me saw 40 as a destination. I saw 40 as the finish line, and the goal was to get there completely settled. But life, as it often does, has its own plans, and those plans eventually played out, I would say, for my good at this point. But before now, I wouldn't term them good. But looking back and knowing what I know now, and having been built into what I am today, I would say for my good. Yeah, because I love every bit of who I am today. Yes, I know that I do not have all I wished for, but I love who I have become. Yeah. And talking about some of those circumstances that didn't actually play out the way I thought it would have done in my life, my journey to motherhood took a path different from what I thought it would. And my professional life also took unexpected turns. Like, what should I even compare it to now? It took unexpected turns than a Lagos street in a rush hour. If you have been in Lagos or you have experienced Lagos rush hour, that is exactly what I can use to compare what my professional life turned out to be compared to what I thought it would be or what it should be. And I eventually saw myself facing challenges I could never have prepared for. So I spent so much of my 20s and 30s chasing this idea of being settled, but the truth is that settled is a myth. Like, there's nothing short of that. Settled is a myth, and that's because life in itself is just full of continuous process of change, continuous process of growth, and continuous process of learning, which comes in phases. And what I've learned is that the goal wasn't to arrive at a perfect destination, but to learn how to live in the journey itself. The truth is that I may not have hit my before 40 goal. Yeah, I understand that, but I have gained something more valuable than a perfect checklist, and I also have the wisdom that my younger self wished for. I didn't get this wisdom from a book or a timeline. This wisdom didn't come from being settled, it came from being unsettled, just like I was. And I would always say that I am grateful for what all those has taught me. The wisdom I have now, the compassion, the ability to love myself without external validation, all those came from being able to navigate through the toughest part of my life. It also came from my 12-year journey to become a mother. They also came from my childhood regrets. They also came from learning to be my own best friend, which is one of the best things that has happened to me so far. And I would say that that knowledge is a direct result of living a messy, real, and imperfect life that I had. As I am still here today, I am almost a 40-year-old woman. I am not settled in any way my younger self planned, but one thing I know is that I am settled in the most important way. I am at peace with my journey. I am content with where I am, and I have found a sense of calm in the midst of all the chaos. The real goal wasn't necessarily to get to a certain place by a certain time. The real goal was to find a home within myself, no matter where I am in life. Yes, I did not hit my before 40 goal. Yeah, I know, but I found something more valuable, and that thing is that you do not have to be settled to be at peace. I hope that makes sense. So what is that goal you didn't quite hit, and what did you learn from it instead? Share with me in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for joining with me one more time. I would see you in the next video.